ilaha illallah, Muhammad Rasulullah. La ilaha illallah, Muhammad Rasulullah. Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim, Al-Malik Al-Qudus, As-Salam Al-Mubin, Al-Muhaymin Al-Ghafar. La ilaha illallah, Muhammad Rasulullah. 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 Al-Bayt Al-Shahid Al-Haq Al-Wakil. La ilaha illallah, Muhammad Rasulullah. La ilaha illallah, Muhammad Rasulullah. Al-Habi Al-Matin, Al-Lawan Al-Lakir, As-Sahih Al-Batin, Al-Wali Al-Mutali, Al-Ba Al-Mumit, Al-Hayy Al-Qayyum. La ilaha illallah, Muhammad Rasulullah. La ilaha illallah, Muhammad Rasulullah. Al-Majid, Al-Majid, Al-Wahid, Al-Jami', Al-Ghani, Al-Mubin, Al-Mani, Al-Adil, Al-Adil, Al-Latif, Al-Kabir, Al-Hafiz, Al-Mughith, Al-Hasib, Al-Jalil, Al-Karim. La ilaha illallah, Muhammad Rasulullah. La ilaha illallah, Muhammad Rasulullah. Allah, 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 Allahu Akbar. 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 Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back. It's been a great week of programs so far, and I'm looking forward to this session tonight. So today is the 19th day in our 21 days of meditation series. And the theme is collective consciousness and feeling vibrations. Our power of collective consciousness manifests when we witness the drama of life and do not get into imbalance. We become one with the world and affect our environment positively. So yesterday we worked on our heart chakra. And so we're moving one up to our Vishuddhi Chakra, which resides in this neck area, the throat area. And so the basic qualities of our Vishuddhi is, you could probably guess the first one is diplomacy. So when our Vishuddhi is in balance, then we speak kindly, speak effectively, speak sweetly to people. The sort of less obvious qualities would be that the Vishuddhi is responsible for what's called the witness state. So that gives us the ability to see things and not react. You know, maybe someone's mad at us or trying to make us feel guilty, but we're able to just watch things without reacting. And another big one would be vibrational awareness. So as you've been meditating these weeks, you might start to feel the different vibrations on your fingertips or on your hands, or feel the cool breeze. So our Vishuddhi is responsible for allowing us to feel that more clearly. So in today's program, I believe there will be some instruction on how to give a sort of self-massage to enhance these qualities. So if you saw my message yesterday, if you're able to bring a little bit of oil, that'll come in handy. If you have any olive oil or coconut oil or almond oil or any natural oil at hand, you want to have that ready at your side, because there will be some instructions on how to provide some self-massage to enhance your Vishuddhi Chakra. If anyone is new and hasn't been attending up until now, please drop a message in the chat or just speak up, and we'll get you into a breakout room and get you up to speed. So today's session will be run by Luke. He's been practicing Saj Yoga meditation for many years and has given a lot of great classes, and he's an all-around super guy. So I'll pass you off to Luke. How are you going, Luke?
Hey, James. What nice introduction. Thank you.
No worries.
So, welcome everyone. So today is we're talking about the Vishuddhi Chakra, as James mentioned, that it is the center on our throat, which is our fifth energy center. This is responsible for our collective consciousness. So that would be our vibrational awareness. So we can feel our own energy centers, and we can also feel the energy around us. So say you can feel your chakras on your fingers. So after this, after you've been doing it for 3 weeks now, you may start feeling some different sensations in different fingers. You may feel some tingling, some warm, cool. Same with the palms, top of the head, even in different parts of the body. So this is a new awareness, a vibrational awareness, which is governed pretty much by the Vishuddhi Chakra, which is it's basically connected to all the nerves, particularly in the hands, in the feet. So it sends the messages. So if you could put up the slide for the Vishuddhi Chakra. Actually, before we do that, we've been taking Bandhan at the beginning. So a good rule of thumb is to always take Bandhan and give yourself, or raise your Kundalini and take Bandhan at the beginning of your meditation and also at the end. So let's all do that together. For those who haven't done it before, you can just raise up your left hand like an elevator and then rotate your right hand over the top. So we raise that up and then we tie one knot above our head. And we do this 3 times because we have 3 channels. So second time. And tie 2 knots. And then the third time. And tie 3 knots. And now we give ourselves a bandhan. So it's like a horseshoe over the top of the head down to the right side and then back. That's 1. We do that 7 times. Don't worry too much if you lose count. It's okay. So let's get ourselves into meditative mode. So we'll put our palms open on our lap, and we'll just close our eyes. And take a couple of deep breaths in your deep breaths. Hold the breath in and just release. Do that a couple of times. Breathing is very important because it gives oxygen to your brain and to your body. So to get yourself into the center and try to forget everything outside and just keep your attention within. What we can do is raise your palms a little bit higher to the level of the heart. And what we can do, just for a little experiment, we can ask the mother energy and also the energy all around us, which gives us, again, indication of where we're at. So we can ask in ourselves, we can say, Mother, please show me my state. Please show me my chakras and my channels on my palms. And just witness what's going on your palms and see what you're feeling right now. So there's many, many different things you could feel. You could feel cool breeze. You could feel some tingling or some heat or warmth. You might feel heavy. You might feel different sensations on different parts of the hand. So this is the indication of your subtle system, which you now have after your self-realization, where you can decode your chakras on your hands. And then in the Quran, the Holy Quran, it's mentioned that at the time of resurrection, so after your self-realization, your hands will speak. So this is a big thing that before self-realization, we didn't really know what was right and what was wrong. We didn't really know which way to go sometimes. So with our new vibrational awareness, we can actually follow the indications on our hands. So essentially, you can even ask, is this right for me? Is this, and if you feel cool vibrations, you know for a fact that it is good, it's right. If you're feeling warm and tingling, it means maybe there's something not quite right. It's the same thing. If you're feeling warmth or tingling on the chakras, it's nothing to feel bad about, but it gives you an opportunity to realize that there might be some kind of a blockage or some kind of restriction, and that you need to clean that out. So that's what we do. So if we can, if you could share the slide, please, of Vishuddhi, we'll just go briefly over a little bit more information. So the Vishuddhi Chakra, you could say, should means pure, and the Vishwa is kind of the universe or the whole. So it's the pure consciousness and pure universal feeling. So when our Vishuddhi Chakra is awakened and strong, we feel very much one with the universe and feel one with those around us. So it's a very, very important center for our. But you can see here that it's the blue indication. It's our index fingers. It's located at the crook of the neck, and on our feet, on our toes, it's this second toe. So again, you can feel your chakras. And if you're feeling the index fingers, that's your Vishuddhi Chakra. Next slide. Okay, so there's 16 petals. So that means in the medical terminology, there's 16 subplexuses. The element is ether, so that's the ethereal element. Say, for example, for television, radio transmissions, Wi-Fi, it's all ether. So that's the element that the Vishuddhi Chakra uses. Next slide. So yeah, the Vishuddhi Chakra on the physical side, it governs our ENT, so our thyroid, ears, nose, throat, mouth, teeth, tongue, face, and hands. If it's out of order, you can get all sorts of issues, say, for example, for like thyroid issue or spondylitis. You might be tendency to get a cold, flu a lot, even sinuses. So it's a very, very important chakra to have clean because it will trouble you a lot if it's not right. So the beauty about Sahaja Yoga is that now that you've got your realization, you can completely clean these diseases from yourself. So cleansing techniques are really powerful to look at the sky as well. There's a really good technique which we're about to watch, which Shamaji is going to show us, which is actually one part is putting the Vishuddhi fingers in our ears and lifting our chin upward, and also with the tongue. So it's actually very, very important. So we'll just go on to the next slide. So there's three aspects, as with all the chakras. On the left side, which is our left Vishuddhi, if you remember when we're doing our self-realization, we put our hand on our left Vishuddhi, which is, we say the affirmation, I'm not guilty. So essentially, it's kind of like your self-esteem. And then you don't feel guilty. You feel free from all your troubles, because at the end of the day, the guilt is just something that you're clinging onto that actually doesn't exist anymore. So it's very important to let go of the past and forgive yourself and not feel guilty at all. It's also a very powerful chakra for our brother-sister relationships, and that's our pure relationships in life. This chakra is very, very important to keep ourselves pure. And again, we go back to the word Vishuddhi, so it's pure. It's something that you can't really explain in words, but pure relationships is something that we've lost in the Western society. So if you see in Eastern societies like India and China and some other countries, there's definitely a different feel. So very important for Westerners is to re-establish this pure brother-sister relationship. Center is our communication, diplomacy, collectivity, and witness state, which James touched on in the beginning. And the right side, right Vishuddhi, as you know, with the right side, it's the heat or the sun channel. So if we get overheated, the right Vishuddhi gets taxed and goes out of balance. And it's very, very important to keep that cool, because that'll keep our language sweet and we'll be patient, polite, and have respect for others. If we start using our voice for violence or for saying harsh things or sarcastic things, it hurts others and ultimately you hurt yourself, because then you go to your guilt. So it's a very, very important center for understanding our relationship with yourself and with others and with all the environment around you. Next slide, please. So yeah, we've kind of touched on this. So what we're going to do is we're going to watch a video of Shamaji. She is going to go through a meditation on clearing the Vishuddhi. So just follow Shamaji's instructions, turn up the volume so you can hear, and just follow what Shamaji does, and then we'll see how we feel after that.
Keep your eyes open. Now all the children should put their hands like this. All right? And watch me. Lift your tongues and put them back as much as possible. Turn it backward. Let it feel the bliss of the divine on its tip.
Retournez votre langue dans votre palais autant que vous le pouvez.
Now put your chin down, touching your... Don't close your eyes. In complete surrender. Put the chin. Regarde. Well,
Appuyez votre menton sur votre gorge.
but don't close your eyes.
Sans
Pay attention to your sahasrara.
sans fermer les yeux, avec l'attention sur le Sahasrara.
Loosen your hands fully on the sides. Make them loose. Sit straight.
Détendez les muscles de vos bras.
Do not touch the palate. Got to that.
Ne touchez pas le palais, mais allez plus en arrière, avec la pointe de votre langue.
Now breathe in. Do not push back the tongue. Keep the tongue where it is. Breathe in.
Inspirez.
Now raise your stomach without taking out the breath upward, pushing the air upward towards the lungs. Push your stomach in.
Rentrez votre estomac et poussez l'air dans vos poumons.
Attention on the sahasrara.
L'attention sur le Sahasrara.
You start seeing light through sahasrara. Sort of the sahasrara becomes like eyes. Now leave it. Leave it now.
Maintenant, détendez-vous.
Raise your...
Relevez votre tête.
Now put back your heads. Put the fingers. Put the attention to your sahasrara, that's all. Don't say anything, no mantras. Take out your tongue. Push it back. Take in your breath. Push the stomach.
De nouveau même exercice. Retournez votre langue. Rentrez votre estomac. Respirez.
That's good. Now watch me continuously without blinking,
Maintenant, nous regardons Shri
without any pressure on the eyes.
Nous regardons Shri Mataji sans scier des paupières.
Attention on the sahasrara.
L'attention sur le Sahasrara.
You can do it without blinking. May God bless you. This is it. Physically, we have worked out our attention. And on our Vishuddhi and on our Agya.
Ainsi, nous pouvons physiquement aider l'ascension de notre attention au niveau du Vishuddhi et de l'Agya.
The left Vishuddhi is still there.
Il y a encore Vishuddhi gauche.
Now put your head more on the right side. Loose, like this.
Penché sur la droite.
With the attention on the Sahasrara, looking at me.
Avec l'attention sur le Sahasrara et regardez-moi.
Put it loose.
Détendu.
Hand to be loose.
Les mains aussi détendues.
Loosen it. Now better. You feel the Kundalini rising? Let us put ourselves into bandhan. After raising our Kundalini, raise. Attention on your Sahasrara. Don't close your eyes. Push back your head. 1. Again. Sit straight. Take it up on your head. 2. Three. Now a bandhan. 1, 2. Do it properly, systematically. 3. All of us should do properly. 3. 4. 5. Try to wait as I'm doing it. 6. 7. Still not, we have not done it properly. We all should do in one rhythm. Let's do it again. 1. Slowly. 2. With attention on the Sahasrara. 3. How do I do it? 4. 5. Good. 6. Attention on Sahasrara. 7. 8. Rising. Let's have the last binding. Ha! Now see. Clear? Tremendous. May God bless you.
So this is part of the cleansing process of Sahaja Yoga, where you go through the slowly clearing the chakras, and I'm sure that you all felt more vibration. So let's just go into a meditation for a few minutes. Just close your eyes when you're ready. Put your palms upward. If you're sitting on a chair, just put your feet flat on the ground, apart. Let's just sit for a few minutes and keeping our attention on the top of our head. Just meditate. Okay, so today, as promised, we're going to do a little bit of technique, or it's not even a technique. The Vishuddhi Chakra is the deity of that chakra is Sri Krishna, and the deity is someone who's is a living deity within us, and Sri Krishna is the deity of collective consciousness. And very famously, he likes butter and oil and milk products. So these things are very, very good for our Vishuddhi Chakra on the physical side. And the physical side is very, very important. If the physical side is not right, again, you have the health issues, and also you'll have less feeling as far as feeling the vibrational awareness. And feeling the vibrational awareness is very important for Sahaja Yogi, because it guides you and gives you the understanding of where you're at, and again, gives you that direction. So we use oil on Vishuddhi Chakra, and you also put it on your scalp. So I've got some oil here, which is an almond oil. You can use coconut oil, or you can use olive oil, whatever you have. It really depends also on the climate as well. So coconut oil is better in the sort of a summer, hotter climate. In the cooler climate, sort of the olive oil and almond oil, but whatever you've got, as long as it's natural, and the more pure it is, the better, because it's going to nourish your nerves or plexuses, so it helps you with your vibrational awareness and also for your overall physical health. So if you've got your oil there, you just want to take a little bit of oil. So just take a little bit of oil, and we're going to start with the head. So just going to massage the scalp. And the most important one is the Sahasrara, right? The Sahasrara is especially again in the Western cultures, we don't really oil our head. So it's very, very important to get the oil into the Sahasrara. Now, when you did your self-realization, you massage the scalp with your palm. So you just massage the Sahasrara with the oil. You can create quite a bit of pressure as well. Just try and get it in there. And you can just give your head a nice oil. You want to basically make sure that your head is oiled once a week at least. If you find that you're having, say, a lot of heat coming out of the top of your head or side of your head, you can do this more often. Coconut oil is very cooling, so that's very, very helpful for heat. If you're getting really cold at night, it's better to cover your head. So you can, put a towel over your head, or you can just cover your head at night. And try to avoid coconut oil, because coconut oil is very cooling, so you'd want to use some other oil. So what you can use actually on the fingers, there's different chakra points. So Maya, could you put the slide for the chakras, or the Vishuddhi Chakra? Sorry, he might have oil on his hands. So yeah, there you go. So you can see on the head, this doesn't have all the chakras, but on the head, you can see on the back part of the head is the Muladhara Chakra. So the Muladhara Chakra on our hands is here. So what you can do is you can actually put the Muladhara Chakra on the back and just like that. Now the thumbs are the Swadhisthana Chakra, which is the second center. Again, that rotates the back. So what you can do is just rub the thumbs on the back. The third center is the Nabi, which is the index fingers. The Nabi Chakra is sort of on the back there. So what you can do is just massage the back part of the head here. And then the heart chakra is our pinky finger, and you can go like this on both sides of the head. And the heart also is where the Sahasrara is, so you can just massage in the center, top of the head. And then the Vishuddhi Chakra again is the index fingers, and the spot for the Vishuddhi on the head is actually at the hairline. So just massage here. And then the Agya Chakra is in the center of our forehead. So we use our ring finger and we just massage clockwise. And then there's another chakra which is actually related to the Vishuddhi Chakra, which further on you'll learn more and more about. It's called the Hamsa, which is a part of our discretion, and it's between the eyebrows. So use our index finger and just massage between the eyebrows, clockwise. And try and, like, you'll have some excess oil, so try and rub into your hands, and also very important on the wrists. This is on the body, the wrist is the connection of the Vishuddhi Chakra, so just rub it in. You can rub your elbows, on your neck, on the back part of your neck. That's where the Vishuddhi Chakra is. So it's just very important to have oil in these different parts of your body. And you will notice, if you do this over a period of time, that your health will improve, and also your vibrational awareness will improve, and collectivity will also improve. So your Your relationship with others will improve. People will enjoy your company. You'll speak sweetly, and many other benefits. So that's the end of that one. And also later on down the track, we'll actually go through putting oil in the nose, which again is very important for the hamsa. So I just get a dropper, and then I have ghee, which is clarified butter, and you just take a spoon and just warm it up, and then put the dropper in your nose, and then lie down on the ground with your neck up. And what you want is you want the butter or the ghee to get into the hamsa chakra, especially people who have sinus problems or dryness in the nose. It's very, very, very good for this center. So now we've done the oil rub, I want to play another talk from Shrimataji. It's going a little bit more in depth about Vishuddhi, particularly about the physical aspect. So please, the best way to listen to Shrimataji's talks is to have your arms open on your lap and try and absorb as much as you can. Like that.
So your testing time is there. You have to test yourself. As Muhammad Sahib has said, that your hands will speak and they'll give witness against you. So on your hands you will know. Now these hands are the blessings of Sri Krishna. They come out from the same Vishuddhi. And as you know, the pelvic nerve serves it on all that. And there are two chakras of one Lalita and another Sri chakras, all on these both sides. They also play into the hands of Sri Krishna. With these hands we can feel the vibrations. Now if your right Vishuddhi is too strong, you may not feel. If your left Vishuddhi is too strong, you may not feel. But that doesn't mean that you haven't got realization. You have got. You just work out your hands. Now for working your hands, you have to see that you don't use them for useless things. That's very important. Because you have special hands. These hands are the ones with which you spread the collectivity. Now for example, Italy example. Here the people when they talk, they'll go on. I don't know anything what they are saying. They only know their own, all their gestures, and they only can depict. For a person who doesn't know that, now they'll go on like these, all the time. So this should be reduced. There's no need to use your hands so much all the time like this, like that. Little bit. But while using the hands also, it should be decent, it should be regulated, it should be very indicative and useful. Just showing off your hands is not good. It is some sort of a theory came out, I was told, that you must put your gestures into your hands and speak. It's all right for people like Hitler, but not for us. For us, we should be decent. We should, whenever we have to say, now for example, you want to point out something to someone, you should say, do this. This is Sri Krishna's finger, you can't use it like that. Just say do, means supporting it. This looks better. These hands are to be used for collectivity. See, we say namaste when we meet others. To thousands of people we can say namaste. But I don't like the shaking hand business, because it's no good. Shaking hands doesn't create any collectivity. On the contrary, you might get all kinds of pins and needles and all kinds of problems from others. But when you talk to people, also, with these hands only you can feel. With these hands only you can care your children. With these hands only you can suggest your softness, your sweetness, and also with the mouth, which is of course is a part of the Vishuddhi, that's different. But especially hands, your gesture should show very heartfelt emotions, and then only these gestures have some meaning. Now in Sahaja Yoga, as you know, you hold each other's hands and the vibration starts flowing among yourselves. And you can also hear the tabla on your throbbings. So that shows that They are the communication. So these hands, which are really the beginning of the collectivity. Most important, I would say the most important things are the hands which act for your collectivity. As far as you are concerned, there are many other angels and other ganas who are standing behind you. They also extend their help to you whenever you want to communicate something. They also do your jobs very well. So whatever is expressed in your hand or through your hand, they immediately pick up. As you know that Vishuddhi has 16 petals and all ear, nose, throat, eyes, all are guided by this. Also the subplexus of this Vishuddhi is this one, is a Hamsa Chakra. So we have these eyes to see, eyes to communicate. The pure eyes communicate pure love, purity. With the pure eyes, you can cleanse people. With the pure eyes, you can help others. You can bring peace. The purification of the eyes takes place through your Vishuddhi and Agya. Here both things have to work out. The nose is very important. Nose has to be pure in the sense that you should be able to discard whatever is smelling badly, and you should be able to accept whatever is fragrant. It's very important because nose is the speciality of Sri Krishna, I would say, in the sense that he is a Kubera, and the Kubera has given the nose to the goddess. Some people have a bad habit of moving their nose just to show disapproval or something like this. They go on doing like that. This is very wrong, because then you are insulting yourself. You are insulting your Kubera power. So you have to keep your nose in a dignified manner. It should be a dignified nose. It should not be used for doing something which is indignified or which expresses contempt. Then your teeth are very important. You have 32 teeth, see, 16 of Krishna's powers divided into, you can say, 32. These are your teeth on both the sides. The right side is on top and the left down below. That is one thing we neglect very much in the West, I must say. In India it is not. It's very much we neglect, and that's what we have to look after. The reason for neglect is that, I would say, is laziness, must be the laziness. But at least twice or thrice you must brush your teeth. It's important, that I need not say. But more important is to change the brush. Also, you have to use butter or salt and oil to rub your gums. If you rub your gums properly, you will never have problems with your teeth and your gums. Moreover, every time in the evening, you must again brush your teeth. I have seen many people who come to me in the evening in the program, such a horrible smell from their mouth comes out. It is not that it's a disease, but it is only thing is that they have not cleansed their teeth. Also, there are people who will not even brush their teeth and start eating breakfast. I don't know, this was another theory started, I think, that you can eat your food without brushing. Teeth are very important, and one must look after them. On the teeth depends all the qualities of your Vishuddhi. So one has to look after the teeth in a proper way and should never cleanse and never show temper with the teeth. It's a very bad habit. Also here is a gesture, I have seen that. If they don't like something, they just go on like this. It's a very wrong thing. One should avoid that kind of a gesture, and it's very dangerous for your teeth. So today's lecture is more sort of medical, I must say. A person who is spiritually endowed has an expression which can never be aggressive. He may not be good looking, he may not be very sort of a attractive personality, but the expression on the face is absolutely saintly. That is also the blessings of Sri Krishna. I have seen people after 1 year of realization, and I was surprised how their faces were changed that I could not recognize them who they were. The whole thing becomes absolutely mild, soft, peaceful, and very joyous. All the qualities of Sri Krishna can be expressed on your face. You can be sometimes mischievous to look at. So many expressions there are which come on the face and give you a very sweet feeling. But some people have a habit of looking in the mirror all the time, which is very wrong, because it gives you a kind of a funny ego. It's better to look at Sri Krishna's photograph than to look at your own faces, so that your face will become like that of Sri Krishna. Instead of you start looking in the mirror all the time, what will become of you, God knows, because if you go to your past, God knows what you will become. So also I am thankful to psychiatrists that they don't like narcissism, but it's very dangerous to all the time watch your face in the mirror, very dangerous. It creates a very funny personality that you start telling yourself, oh, I'm Napoleon, so you become Napoleon. And start behaving like Napoleon. Next day you find one Napoleon walks out of the bathroom. So one has to be careful not to pay so much attention and importance to your own self, but to yourself which is within, which is your spirit. And if you look after that side, then all these things will happen in such a beautiful manner. Also the hair are looked after by Sri Krishna. Now, you see, you know that he's very fond of anything that is like butter. So you have to put either butter or oil or something in your hair. If you don't put it, you will become bald. It is after all a karma phal. If you don't put oil, you will become bald. So you have to put oil, and oil was put always before in the West. I see all these old films and all that, they are all oil people. But now, of course, if you don't want to put oil, the daytime you can wash it off, or at least once a week you must oil your hair.
So let's all go into a meditation. So let's just close our eyes, arms up, and we can just play a little bit of some meditation music. And so let's just close our eyes. I hope you all enjoyed that as much as I did. And thank you. And I'm going to hand back to James now.
Thanks so much, Lou. That was a really information-packed session. So I think we all really appreciate it a lot. So thanks again. Did anyone have any questions at this point? If so, feel free to just ask your question or put it into the Zoom chat. Also, the WhatsApp chat is available as well. Just want to show you a few resources before we head off. Hopefully you can see my screen. The Zoom share is blocking the links I want to show you. All right, that's all right. All of our recorded sessions are posted on the site. So today's session was session 19. And tomorrow's session will be resurrecting ourselves, leaving our past and future behind to meditate in the present and mental silence. So again, as we're moving our way up through the chakras, tomorrow's chakra will be the Agya chakra, which you could guess is responsible for controlling our mind and our thoughts. So this is also a super important and relevant center in the sense that this is the center that we need to get clear to be able to enter the thoughtless awareness, which is really the essence of our meditation. So it should be a great session tomorrow. I wish I had shown these to you before. As we're coming up to the end of the 3-week session, you might want to look at joining a live class or finding some other another online offering that we have. So if you come up here to the top and you go to classes, you can find in-person sessions here. So I'm in Melbourne right now. Suppose I wanted to meet up and go to a Sahaj class and meditate collectively with some people. I go into VIT classes, and here's all of our locations. So we have online, Melbourne area, and regional Victoria. And you can see which ones are temporarily closed and which ones are open. And you can get in contact on Meetup or call the number and come up and meet up in person and meditate. Unfortunately, I think our regional ones aren't operating right now in Victoria anyway. But that quite ties in with today's talk on Vishuddhi Chakra, because Vishuddhi has to do with our collectivity. And it's part of the principle that strengthens our Vishuddhi is to meditate collectively. So if you get the chance to come to one of the classes, you might notice that you have a bit of a stronger experience than you would have just meditating collectively online. Online is also great. It's also a form of collectivity, but it's just a bit better in person. So if you're curious to come on here, find the state where you're living and check out what classes we have in person. Also here we have our streaming tab. If you're sure that you wouldn't be able to make it in person, you can look at all the different online programs that we're offering as well. Yeah, so that's it for today. Thanks again, everyone, for joining. It was a beautiful session. Have a lovely night. And if you have any questions, do check them up on the WhatsApp chat. Thanks so much. Bye.
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम् गुञ्जा मधुरा माला मधुरा यमुना मधुरा वीची मधुरा सलिलं मधुरं कमलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम् गोपी मधुरा लीला मधुरा युक्तं मधुरं मुक्तं मधुरं दृष्टं मधुरं शिष्टं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम् गोपा मधुरा गावो मधुरा यष्टि मधुरा सृष्टि मधुरा दलितं मधुरं फलितं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम् मधुरं मधुरं वदनं मधुरं नयनं मधुरं हसितं मधुरं हृदयं मधुरं गमनं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुर